I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Today we're going to start with a general energy update, and then we will move into some live viewer questions. So we are going to put that there, and I will be right back. I left my coffee. Okay, we will begin again. We are using the Cosmic Journey Oracle today for the general reading, and just to see what the energy is today. So I've definitely been feeling the push more to get back on my YouTube, so here we are doing some readings. So we hope everyone is doing well today. We're just going to see what is the energy of the day. Okay. So the first card out is Befriend Your Fear Monster. And you can't pour from an empty cup. And every cycle is a higher opportunity. Everything's definitely a spiral. And the underlying energy is a light grows brighter only by lighting another. So where are you helping to light somebody else's, light? Where are you shining your light into their light? Where are you being of service? So are you helping somebody else, through this time? And maybe sometimes it's somebody else needs to help us a little bit. So if you're having a little struggle, don't be, too proud to ask for help, for a message for somebody. So we do this as a general, and then we always also try to post if it's a relevant message. So if you are feeling like you're not shining, your brightest, ask someone for help. And then the card under that is ask wonderfully, receive graciously, which we absolutely believe. So if you're in a place of any kind of struggle, ask for help, ask for guidance, always someone to help you. Kind of works out that way. You get the Two of Wands, which is, that kind of knowing I need something, but, that person's not taking any action towards bringing in a new cycle, and we feel like it's time to bring in that new cycle. Time to know we all have to do our own part. Sometimes the Five of Wands for me is chaos and conflict. In this card, they're all working together, and as they work together, that is how they get to that ultimate place of, where we are. And in this journey, we are definitely all in this together. And the more that we realize that we are all one, and that it goes back to that of, where are you being of service to somebody today? We are in a group, and I posted donation-based energy sessions, as a part of my being of service. So where are you being of service, for the community, for yourself? And we get the Four of Cups as the headspace, and that's, thinking about the past holding you back. And that's the ego. The ego knows the past and wants to keep you in that safe pattern of not expanding to your big dreams. But to get to that place, like you want to go, like I want to expand my channel. The way I have to do that, I have to stop waiting and put videos out. So where are you holding yourself back? I feel like it's saying, you know what? Befriend that fear monster. Say, you know what? I heard a thing yesterday, and the guy was like, my goal is to get 10 no's in a row. If I'm trying, trying to do something, and if I don't get 10, then I have to start over because we're so afraid of that no. So why what are you afraid of? What is the worst possible thing that can happen? Somebody may say no to something that you are trying to bring in, are trying, I feel like you are meant to be a guide to somebody, and you're holding yourself back because of your fear. Uh, and when you're in fear, you can't fill your cup up because you're in fear. The immediate future is the Empress. So stepping into that energy of manifesting, of nurturing yourself, of nurturing others, and then stepping into that action of, being that divine feminine energy. Are you ready? Now is the time. Current vibration is the Knight of or the Page of Pentacles, which is about being the messenger. And I feel like maybe you're being a messenger on a new topic or in a new forum, or just even on your social media posting something that's not your normal. Are you ready to step out of the normal and be a messenger? Because this is like youthful energy and a new project and some new inspiration and something that brings you balance and harmony. Like, I am selling crystals. So I have been posting a little bit about my crystal business on my regular Facebook page. We also have a business page and we post on there, but like, I've been working a little bit on now integrating more of that into there. So where do you need to merge your worlds together even more? Because as soon as you do, like, that tower is going to happen, something really spectacular is going to happen. The tower is always really strong energy, because we feel like the messages are coming to you, and we feel like as soon as you take that step forward, like when I took a step towards my becoming a healer and I put it out there that I was doing energy work, I met Dave, my husband, and now recently again I've incorporated my healing work back into my mission, and my business is doing better than ever. So the messages are coming, and the energy is flowing so much easier. So where are you holding yourself back because of fear? Like, fear is the thing that's holding you back, because as soon as you let that go and know that everything manifests according to your desires, it's trying to come in. I feel like it's trying to come in really quickly, because then we get the Magician, and we're going to say, half of the cards on the table are major arcana. That means this is being divinely guided. This is about, it's time to shine your light so other people can see, and as you shine your light, things are going to be taken care of for you. That, ask wonderfully and receive graciously. Are you ready to receive? The underlying energy is the Five of Cups, which is about letting go of things of the past, the things that you aren't sure about, the things that cause you confusion, the toxic energy. Um, and be in your confidence, be in your power. We also get the Strength card there. And the card that overcomes the devil is the Strength card. And you have undergone this transformation. You know what you desire. Are you ready to step into it? Because the Ten of Cups is right there as well. Beautiful. We love that energy. So are you ready to shine your light? Are you ready to befriend your fear monster? Are you ready to say, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I might get told no. That's not even that bad. Like, many times we're told no, but you have to keep knocking. And I say that because we get the card of something new, which is a door opening, which is be open to the new opportunities coming towards you. And the card of manifesting everything I desire flows to me when I line up my energy. And the card of surrender into service, which is you are, when you are unsure of which direction to take, focus on service. And that will lead you in the right path by just focusing on, like, how can I be of service with my energy work? I'm like, okay, how can I be of service today? So how are you being of service today? So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. Cards cleaned up. Anyone here that would like a message, drop a comment, let us know you're still here. We like to have that interaction. Hi, Corinne. How are you? Yes, I am doing really well. Halsey, we'll go ahead and get you since you've been here for a little while. Thank you for joining us. If you could drop your question. Oh. I hear you want them, but do you have energy with getting flowers in the past? Oh, awesome. Thank you, Corinne. Congratulations on the new job. Have you had it with any other person? Have you had an energy with it? I can say I was married for 19 years, didn't get flowers, but I think one time, like in general, except on like Valentine's Day. And even then it was very rare. On my list of my things for my perfect partner, that's on my list. See right here, my flowers. These are actually from the backyard where we're growing them. So Dave's cutting them for me, and but like that is on my list. So I will also tell you, when you see things in your environment, they're coming to you. Well, look, that's in your environment, and now they're in your environment again because here are my roses. So take a moment and say, thank you, Source, for the confirmation of the synchronicity, because for one, if we're having this conversation, clearly it's a synchronicity that these are sitting on my desk. I have some other in my office as well. Like last year we planted roses, like 4 bushel things, or 4, and they're taller than me, and I'm like 5', so they're like, and some are even taller than Dave. Like, so we've gotten to the point now he's cutting them for me. So like, have that appreciation. It's in my environment. That means it's coming to me. How would you feel if you had them? Like, take a moment and like place your hand on your heart, and truly, how would you feel if you had them? Because if you've had an energy in the past with them that's not good, that's where you left the energy with the flowers. And so sometimes when that happens, then you like, but like when you start seeing things like that, it's in your environment, and that's you letting him know. So we don't feel like it's a negative thing at all. So you have to put out there, and I'm going to tell you, I got my book because my guy. Right here it says my perfect mate. Here's all the qualities I wanted in a person. I have 2 pages. I dated, I was married, I knew what I did want and I didn't want. The flowers are on my list. Like Dave, my husband, almost 3 years now, is my list, like all of my lists. So if you haven't wrote a list down, that's one of my guide's favorite tools to do. Like, your words are powerful. Write the qualities you want. Like, I wanted somebody that would bring me flowers, somebody that would, does good massages, somebody kind and generous and caring and loving and on their path and is awake and is loyal and is honest and is communication, have many like 2 pages. Like, I like no, No shame in that. 2 pages of things I wanted. So write your list. Oh, yeah, we got married in Sedona. We're going back in December. 3 years marriage. It was beautiful. He planned most of our wedding. Do not disturb me. Like you can do that and change the energy with that person by like my perfect mate, be like a real in general thing. I like flowers, and like, how do you feel about flowers? If you had a bad experience with before with somebody with flowers, you need to look at that experience, like dissect the experience, like what happened, how did you feel, like. And I hear, when's the last time you bought yourself flowers? Like, you don't need somebody else to buy you flowers. When's the last time you filled up your cup enough to buy your own? And like, show them that. Be like, fine, I'll buy my own. I know my worth. Oh, totally. Hi, Kimon. How are you? And we got the card of explorefulness for you, Halsey. And one next step. Like, do that. Like, take the opportunity to do it for yourself. Like, fill your own cup up. Like, yes. Like, how you treat yourself is how other people are going to treat you. And if you're not making yourself a priority, nobody else is going to do it either. Like the people with the boundaries and like the like real limits on what they're going to tolerate, like those are the people that get treated the best. Like, honestly, like by knowing your self-worth. My guide's message always: know your self-worth. We're going to get a couple tarot for you. So like, yeah, I hear fill up your own cup, but like the one next step, I hear, you're not going to save yourself and everybody's a reflection of you. And then I'm going to say, we love this card here. You get the 5 of Swords, which is chaos and conflict, which is the ego trying to sabotage you. Then we get the Justice card. And sometimes, that's part of our contract from the past of overcoming that mind chatter, that chaos that's trying to stop us. The underlying energy is the Queen of Pentacles, which is about knowing your value. We will say you get the Knight of Cups. He has a bunch of flowers in his hands, by the way. The 4 of Swords, which is about healing your heart and healing any past energy with the flowers from the past. Like, what happened with that person, because sometimes when something happens like that, we block it and then we literally block it from coming to us. So like, when's the last time you took the time to love you? We're gonna get you a Celia card. Corinne, do you have a question? And you get the card of personal karma. So this is definitely something that you're meant to heal. And the bottom of the deck you get is the Twin Flame card, which is split souls, duality, and light workers. And this is the personal karma, the karma you brought into this life, the contract card, and the karma you accumulate daily. You get to choose how you feel. Yes. Like, the more you value you, the more he will be like, that's okay. I got it. I got myself. Like, okay. You are welcome. And how have you been feeling, Corinne? We've been doing a lot of energy healing. I joined a group and like I started doing that again, and like my business is really taking off. Okay, Corinne, the first card you get is the Poised card, which is really good because she's like definitely celebrating in a good place. And then you get the card of Regeneration, which is tied to this TikTok card. I feel like the move, sometimes when we start a new job, sometimes it's like the beginning of something, but no, that's just going to be a matter of time. Things are going to go really well, and you get the card around and around, and that's like feels like that card of a blessing to me. So if you feel like the move it's going to be worth it. Is the message I get? It's going to be worth it. And Corinne, if you're interested, we're doing energy clearing sessions. They're on sale for $55 this week on the website. And with that, you get the energy clearing and a full report of your chakras. So regular at $111, on sale for $55. So we've been having a lot of success with that. Enough that Celia's really been like every day we've got someone on our schedule. So to do that. So okay. So we get the Six of Pentacles. Is the job a better fit? Because we feel like there's reciprocity there. We like that equal give and take. The High Priestess. I feel like this is a place that you have manifested. Somewhere you definitely called in. Somewhere you're going to be the light bearer. Like the Nine of Wands could be the like wounded warrior, but in this card, like she's standing on the other side of that fence, but she's like shining the light for other people, like being that beacon. And I feel like that is definitely you, Corinne. I feel like your upper chakras are I feel like you're probably getting a lot of messages about your path clearly, because that's what moved you somewhere else, to walk away from the things that weren't serving you, where you weren't getting an equal energy exchange. The headspace is the Ace of Cups, which is about filling up your own cup and your self-love, which we love, love, love. The immediate future is the Full card. So a brand new part of your journey opening up. Corinne, do you do any cards or do anything like spiritually, like as a practice? I feel like that may be opening up something new. And oh, I don't have them in here. I am making intention bracelets. Dave and I started a crystal shop online, and I am creating custom intention bracelets. And after your reading, I'll go grab them because I haven't launched them yet, but I've been working on them. So I'm super excited. So I don't know. So you said to tell you about that too. So in the current environment is the Seven of Cups, which is, sometimes about confusion, but like he's definitely identified where the block is. And, I feel like you have identified that by having that self-love open up for you, how other people see you as the Five of Cups. And I feel like they're seeing you letting go of the things that aren't serving you. And I think you need to clear that and like wipe your hands of it. Maybe that's why we were talking about the energy session. If you're interested to get that off, and then for the hopes and fears, and you get the Tower, and sometimes we're going to get another card to clarify that Tower. Sometimes, the Tower is like really fast energy. We're getting ready to have a full moon in Taurus on like November 15th, and the moon is conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So big change I feel like could be coming for you, Corinne, with that part of the message in like the middle of November. Like look for big change. look for releasing, let go of the things that aren't serving you. You know, that mantra, if it's meant for me, let it be easy. I feel like something big is going to change for you. So you're saying at that time with that conjunction. And then you get the Page of Pentacles, which is pages about being a messenger. So some of your spiritual gifts may open up for you then, Corinne. Maybe a new new connection, new messages coming in. And we get the Page of Wands, another part of being the messenger, the Five of Pentacles. And, you know, the key is there. There is no lack. You have manifested the forward movement. And I feel like right now you're meant to be, you know, walking this path alone. It is part of your path as you're working on your spiritual gifts. Corinne, are you working on your spiritual gifts? Are you meditating? Are you opening it up? Are you opening up to the messages trying to come in? You get the sun activation, which is spend some time in or near the sunlight. Because we get activated, the sun sends us energy, and that energy activates us. We take it as a download because we receive light energy. So you get the sun activation, and you get the card of be of service. It all starts with you. Be the change the world needs, and ask your angels. Your angels are always with you. So, Corinne, I feel like in work, you're going to move things along really fast. And so you said we're going to get a card for this tower. And we want to thank you for donating. We greatly appreciate it. Okay. And you get another page. You get the Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands. The only knight we're missing is page we're missing is the Page of Cups. So are you listening to the messages of love you're telling yourself? How is your self-talk? Because as you're feeling that self-talk, how's your confidence, Corinne? All that. How's your confidence of the messages you're receiving? I feel like you're getting a ton of messages, Corinne. Are you receiving them? I feel like a lot's gonna open up for you in the next 3 weeks. Celia says. So are you meditating? So man, anybody else that's here? Thank you for donating, Corinne. We greatly appreciate you. Come on. Yes. We'll get you a general. How are you talking to yourself and how are you loving yourself going to be completely reflected back to you. People are reflections of you. Like the thing that we were missing was the Page of Cups, which is about yourself, your love for you. And sometimes we are meant to be alone until we get a certain I couldn't bring Dave in until I got to the place of being okay, I'm an energy healer. And you know what? Since I've stepped back into I'm an energy healer, my work has definitely went to a different level for sure. So, with doing the energy work. So, Corinne, check out my website, crystal-intentions.com. Like I said, we're doing the energy sessions where we do that and then we send you a full report. But definitely where Celia's been pushing me to go towards that work. Because we say what we feel there, and then we what's blocking it, what are some actions potentially to take towards it, or we moved a few entities off of different people, just some different things. So come on, we're getting the general for you, which is your divine Y point. Yeah, like the energy work feels so much better for me. Like I love doing it. So come on, you are at the divine Y point, and your greatest work is your legendary legacy. So so come on, what legacy are you going to leave? I know that's why me and Dave have started the crystal shop with doing the intention bracelets. Oh, here. Hey, Corinne, wait a minute. We're going to go grab our bracelets. So we're going to show you. This one has angel aura with some pearls, with some obsidian, a beautiful third eye chakra with also some protection with that. And then we have this really beautiful one with a amethyst oval with some Tibetan spirals with some labradorite with some clear quartz to work on some healing. And then we have rose quartz with adventuring. So sneak peek, never before seen. I haven't put them on the website yet. So and this one is K2 with some clear quartz with some obsidian. And then we have some lapis with some malachite. For anybody with that throat chakra, third eye connection. So we are listing those. Those are our newest. We're making intention bracelets. We intone them. I put Reiki on them, and they're so yes, the blue one. Like I was actually looking for the angel aura. It's funny. I was looking for angel aura when we went to Florida, and then Dave and I went to a crystal show because I'm doing channeled intention bracelets. So we went to I did somebody's energy, and then after I do that, I make them a bracelet. We went to the crystal show, and I found a strand of this aqua aura quartz, which is just so beautiful. They are regular $33. They're on sale, but they're going to be for $22 on sale when we launch them. But yes, just such beautiful energy. So works really well for mental clarity, protection, opening for messages. And come on, we are going to get you some cards. You get the Ten of Swords. So come on, what is this about? What do you need to make a decision about? Like, what is the legacy you want to bring forward? Because then you get the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. What is your passion? Because that is the thing that you need to choose. That is going to be your legacy, the thing that's close to your heart, the thing you're passionate about. That is your mission in this life, to share with the community. So come on, what is like, the crystals are so close to my heart. I love them. So like that is part of my mission. Like now I'm channeling intention bracelets, and then we're just creating them, and eventually we're going to have a brick and mortar store of crystals because they're part of my path. Like they are part of my legacy, which is apparently why we went and got them right now. So, Kimon, what is your legacy that you want to leave? Like, what is that thing close to your heart you're being pulled towards? So, anybody else that would like a message, drop a comment, let us know you're here. I made them and I haven't done nothing yet. So Celia was like, apparently, here we go. Like, so like clearly the tarot, the cards are part of my thing. The crystals are part of my thing. The Reiki's part of my thing. Where, like, what are you drawn to on this path? Clearly tarot. So what else are you drawn to? Like, do your hands get hot? Do you feel the energy? Like I found out I had a gift in my hands, which is what put me on a lot of my path towards the healing thing by finding out I had something in my hands. So I took a Reiki class and like there's a lot of energy there. And I think you have to find that thing that you're passionate about and then continue to learn and follow. Like I love astrology. I mean, there's many different now outlets I pursue through this. So okay. Looks like we have anybody else that would like a message, please drop a comment. Oh, Corinne, I do hear you did have that regeneration right in the middle. So thank you for donating again, Corinne. We will take you next. Yeah, and I'm sorry, but when we get a I'm not sorry. When I get a donation, that goes to the front of the line. If you would like to be the next question, you can donate. If not, we call as we are guided. So. Okay. And it's funny, Corinne, because we switched to this energy deck. Get the woman holding a heart. Man holding a coin. Very interesting. That's you being in the masculine and that person being in the feminine, and then you get Archangel Michael. So woman holding the heart, man holding the coin. You also be an imbalance in your masculine and your feminine. And I feel like that's about that root chakra, which is about that stability. So he says, we feel like you're in a rush. And she's like, there is no ticking time clock. Like it's about you being in balance and knowing your worth, because that person's going to reflect that back to you. So if you're not showing yourself the most love, that other person can't do it either. And as you find your balance, that person's going to find theirs. And we're specifically asking about that person. And that looks like pretty good. That's like the feminine in the feminine energy and the masculine in the masculine energy. Love that. So we love that. Okay. Take a piece of paper tear it in half, write your name on one side, that person's name, oh, tear it in half, separate them, like put them back to back. Your name on one, that person's name on the other. After you're done, put them back to like the right direction. Here, we're gonna, like, if you tear it in half, you would have two. Take the inside where your name is and the inside where that person's name is. And it's funny that we have the death card and then we have the page of swords, which is about not having communication. And we're wanting to change that. So it's ironic that these are the two cards that we pulled for this. So take the thing with your name and the thing with their name, put it together, put it in an envelope, and on the outside of the envelope, write, and so it is. And that's it. And then wait for that person to contact you. Our words are powerful. But isn't it odd that we picked the card of transformation, death, Scorpio, and the card of the page of swords, which is about not having communication or withholding communication. So a message in that. And then you get the sun on the bottom of the deck. So and then you get the world, the page of wands, the queen of cups, the Hierophant, and the seven of pentacles. With the seven of swords on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is a new cycle for you to know your power, like your ability to manifest, and your, like, wands are about taking action and the cups are about receiving. So like we have the pentacles and the hearts, and now we have the wands and the cups again. So I feel it's about you being in your heart space. How is your self-love? The quicker you're in that, the quicker that can happen. The other little tool is a thing that can work for you. We feel like this is planting the seeds towards commitment for the future. The underline is the seven of swords, which is about walking away from the shit that's not serving you. The six of swords, moving into a different direction. The page of pentacles is about doing the work and knowing the worth, and like do the little Celia tip. And then the eight of wands is the communication back and forth. And then we get the high priestess on the bottom of the deck, and the high priestess is about that mystical, like using your, your words are powerful. Use that for, like, so you said we gave you that technique. Write it down. Like tear it in half, separate them, write it down, flip them back, put them together, put it in an envelope. Put it in like a drawer next to your bed or something, and then just be patient. And Corinne, we get the card of Chiron, which is the key to your inner child healing. And again, ask your angels, which is ask your angels. They're always with you. And Corinne, have we done any Chiron work? Have we done that? I have a thing I sometimes give away as a lead magnet. Let me know, and I can send me an email and I'll send you the link to it. I'll give you the discount code for it. But I feel like you can change the communication. I feel like you have to follow your heart and love, like find that self-love. Like that is like the key. That person is going to reflect that back to you. But and by doing that, Corinne, Celia says you will see the power of your word, because you will do that and you will see how quickly that can manifest. Like do that and put it out there and say, I asked my angels if this is meant to be, let it be easy, let it happen, show me my alignment with this, show me, and have trust and faith about it. So. Mm, okay. Well, you can always write that down and say if it's meant to be, let it be easy. But we did hear you got the regeneration card in the middle earlier. So something could easily be coming back around with that. I feel like you feel like there's a rush with it, like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And there's not like sometimes it's meant like until I got to a place of doing my spiritual work in a certain way, like I couldn't bring Dave until I stepped into I'm an energy healer and I'm meant to do this work. And as soon as I stepped into doing that work, like it happened almost instantaneous. Like I took everything off my dating profile. It only said energy healer. I took everything off. Like I like there's your like self talk right there. Really, how long have you been single, Corinne? I bet it's really not 100 years. Like I like that the right person is coming for me. The right person cannot pass you by. What is meant for you is yours. And when you get in the since any kind of relationship, no, like and look at that, like where is like your thing with commitment? Like I had to do that focus wheel from Abraham, like really general things. How do you feel about people that are in a committed relationship? Like, how do you feel about a committed relationship? Like I was in a committed relationship and then I was kind of jaded and then I kept attracting people that were in a place of not being in open to commitment because you know what? I wasn't really open to commitment. And they reflected that back to me. So if you're being like where is your feeling with it? Like how do you feel about when you are in a relationship? Do you feel like you're a kept woman? Do you feel like it limits your freedom? Like one of the first things with Dave is I felt so free to still be me. Like that was one of the key things. Like I could just be me. Like and I'm still just me. So you know what else I have, Corinne, on sale? I have where you can get a Reiki session and an hour reading for $88. If you want to do like an in-depth thing and we get in your energy and like see what's blocking you, we can literally do that. Celia does do, amazing work. It's funny because before I would never talk about what my offers are, and now that I've been in this other Facebook group, Celia's like, just speak what my offers are. Yeah, like, and that self talk of like, where's your self talk? Because the right person comes at the right time, and there must be something in like. Do you feel like something's missing? I hear. Do you feel like something's missing? Because I hear there's nothing missing. And as soon as you get to the place that like I was like, okay, I'm done with dating. I'll just find some people that I need to do some energy work on. So I was like, energy healer, let's get me some more work. Like, but like people are going to reflect back at you about like how that you feel about a belief. We always think, well, if you see it, you believe it. But really, if you believe it, then you see it, because the way things work, you have a belief, and then the environment does everything to convince you of that belief. Like if you have a belief that people with money are bad, then for one, you're going to scare money away. And then every time you see somebody that's got a lot of money, you're going to have a bad experience with them, because that's your belief. Even though those people don't necessarily are bad, that's your belief. So that's the energy you're going to call from them as a reference. So if you're in a really happy and high vibration place, you're going to call that from that other person as well. And so like for me and Dave, we both had to be at a certain vibration to pull that in. So, and at that time we were both really working on our own personal self-love at that time too. So we hope that answers your question, Corinne. And like I said, if you would like to book, we have a new website. It's crystal-intentions.com. Yeah, nope, nothing about you together. None of that. Just if that's like, write the name if you want contact with that person. If not, you can trust the universe and say, you know what, universe, I'm not going to push it. Like, be like me. I'm like, I surrender. Like, bring me the thing that is meant for me. The person that is meant for me will come to me. Like, and have that trust. Like, I feel like you're trying to pursue a person, and that's masculine energy, and you got to be in your feminine energy of that receiving. Like, universe, show me how good it can be. Show me the person that's right for me, because the person that's right for you will not be for anybody else. Like, and I still hear that like TikTok thing to where like you like, I feel like you may even be getting that like from other people. Like, I have the reference because my son's 30 now and my daughter has children and my son doesn't. So it's like that TikTok. He's like, how does my little sister have kids and me not? And it's like in the right time. And it's the same for you, like in the right time. And like, on your spirit, like, do you know where your North Node is, Corinne? So you said there's so many things we can get into. Where is your North Node? Where is your mission in this lifetime? Like, as soon as I gave up that I was doing it, and I'm like, I am dating for marriage. And that was like, that was a declaration when I said it, like, to the universe. I'm like, I am dating for marriage. I was no longer going to tolerate anything less than that. Like, and it's like and that's why I took everything off my dating profile. Everybody I dated, I ended up needing to do energy work on. So I'm like, okay, took everything down. Energy healer, stepping into mission. Clearly, I'm supposed to be doing energy healing work. Step into mission. As soon as I step into mission, the first person I date after that is Dave, literally. Like, I did the Chiron class. I did a focus wheel. I set some intentions that the next person was going to be the person I married. Like, I set intentions, and then that happened exactly the way I said. Like, I had to look at where was my commitment issues. And I feel like there's something blocking you, like on your heart chakra. Like, there's something deep that's like, I feel like in here there's a trauma, because it's a trauma, I get it over here. Like, I feel like you have a trauma that's like blocking that, and like as long as you have that, it's gonna be a shield to push anything away. It's about trusting in source that everything happens in the right time. And if it ain't happened, it ain't the right time. And trust me, it might not even be you. Like with me, I was in a certain place. I had been working on my path a long time. Dave hadn't. When Dave got on he's got a Grand Cross. So when he does things, he does them in super fast forward. So when Dave decided to work on, his stuff and work on his confidence and him feeling better and improving his life after he got out of his marriage of 20 something years, he got out of that. He was working on himself and got to a better place. So it isn't even necessarily always something about you. But if it's as you work on that, that other person works on it, because me and Dave came at the same vibration at the same time. So it's about trust, divine timing. I know, and divine timing happens as soon as you let go of trying to control it, which, I hear that Gemini stuff, I understand. I hear be happy. Celia's favorite advice today, be happy. And every day's not a picnic here. We are always every day working on our energy and things back and forth. And the good outweighs the bad. And you have to trigger things to work on it, because if you don't trigger it, you really don't work on it. Is what I've learned. So I wouldn't work on my childhood wounds had I not have a trigger with them. So that's Corinne, if you have time, book a session with me. If it's something not on my schedule, we could always work around. It's like a 2-hour thing, because we do a reading and then a Reiki session right after. Or I have that special, and you can get the bracelet for $111. If it's funny because I never do that until he's like, just talk about your specials. I have another bracelet on there, Corinne, that I do have on my website. That this one is about opening the heart chakra. It's the angel aura quartz, rose quartz, and peridot. So also to bring in, I've been working on my heart chakra, and the pink and the green are the heart chakra colors. So we've been working on those. So on my website, Crystal Intentions, I think I have it marked on sale. I have that one, the heart chakra one's actually already listed. So you can go to the website and order that, or I think it's 22, and we'll get it shipped out to you. Or if you would like I said, we do the energy. I do the energy ones where we read the energy of the person, do the Reiki, and then I create a custom bracelet, which I've got a couple and sent out in the last 2 weeks. They're received well. So take a look at the website. I'm going to get the rest of these listed up in the next week or so. But that is my new passion project on doing the bracelets. So Aisha, the marriage proposal I got from the person, the initials were his thoughts in my photo we sent to his family. Okay. Good morning, Hakeem. How are you doing? It's Khaled, right? I think that's... Oh, yeah. I'm excited. We're going back to Sedona the first, well, we'll be there like the second week of December. So I'm excited. I'm going to book some Reiki sessions, doing them there. And Aisha, we got the card of the Thinking Man and Canary Connection. So that looks really positive for me. That Thinking Man is like he's holding a crystal, like he's thinking of what he's going to do with that. So that looks very good. I feel like you just have to trust where you stand and not worry about what other people are thinking. Like most people, every person bases their opinion based on a skewed perspective towards them. So some people may react based on how they think it's going to affect them and not really necessarily how it's going to affect you or the other person in the relationship. Okay, you get the card, the Four of Swords. So you get the Four of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords is sometimes about like pulling your energy back, doing some healing work. And then the Page of Pentacles is a messenger in the physical that's always, it feels like, of a positive nature, something good coming towards you. The underlying energy is the Five of Wands, which can be chaos and conflict, and that can be in your head, and you want to let that go, and you want to trust that if this is the right person for me, it's going to work out. Everything is going to fall into place. You know, if this is blessed, it's blessed. And that's kind of the end of that. And then you get the Ten of Cups. So it's about trusting that, trusting in a new way. We get the Fool, which is, you know, be open to things being in a different way. And just be in your happy bubble and don't always worry about what other people are thinking, because a lot of times if people just see you really happy, that's the happiness, you know, they want for that person. And I feel like that person is looking at your direction, as that is seeing the gem and the value of that. And I feel like that is going to be expressed through the picture. Like, I feel like that's going to be seen. So Aisha, I feel like everything in the right time. So I'm trying to be a flight attendant for a flight company. Okay, Matilda, we're going to get an answer for you. And, you know, they sell makeup that'll cover that up now. How do you feel about your tattoos? I feel like if you feel like they're a negative thing, they're going to be perceived that way. Is the first part of the message we get for you. Like, how is your feeling about them? Do you feel like negative about them, or do you feel like they're part of your creative expression? Like, know that they are authentically part of you, and like, yeah. And then that Thinking Man wants to say they're on the bottom. Like, and then the Door to Romance, I feel like hiding them would be like parting part of yourself. So I feel like things have opened up so much more about that part of creative expression. So I feel like, Yes, I feel like you can, but I feel like how you feel about them like can affect that energy coming back to you because people are reflections of how we feel. So how are you feeling about them? Are you ashamed of them? Are you embarrassed of them? Or are they part of your authentic creative expression? Like the way I feel like you think about them is going to be the way they're perceived. Because if I feel like you're holding back, your judgment, other people's judgment. If they're going to judge you for it, that's not the right place for you. I mean, that's simple. Like if that's going to be the thing, like yeah, I feel like it's like the Seven of Swords. Like you have to walk away from the thought of it. Like you can control the situation. We don't always realize how much power we have. Like, how do you feel about your tattoos? Are you ashamed of them? Yes, because I'll say I personally do not have any tattoos. In another time of my life, I maybe was more judgmental about them. Now they're a creative expression. Times have changed dramatically. So, and that's about realizing it's great to have a different change of perspective. And as you have a different perspective on them, they will be viewed that way. If you feel like people are judging you and it's a shameful thing, other people will reflect that to you. Like, I feel like they're going to hire you based on the person you are, not by the art on your body. And it's about, are those sacred things to you? Like, what's going on with that? And Hakeem, are you still here? I mean, we don't always believe that we. Okay. Thank you for the donation. We greatly appreciate it. And so the first part is, what are Izzy's feel currently? What does Izzy feel currently? We get the angel of strength first with that. And for me, that's like going through transformation, that, being strong. Also, like sometimes we have to, deal with situations. And I feel like sometimes when we come in this life, we say we want to be strong and resilient. And you know what happens when you're strong and resilient? You have to have things that make you strong and resilient. Like, just one second. Matilda, how do you personally feel about your tattoos? Like, how do you feel? Do you feel they're your creative expression? Are you proud of them? Are you ashamed of them? However you feel will be reflected back to you. Sorry. Back to Izzy. I feel like this person has to be alone to have that strength, and you get rest, rejuvenation, which is about just being patient. We're going to ask about you reaching out and responding. We get Archangel Michael, which is the first chakra. We get the happy family card, And we get the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, which I feel like it's saying the fifth chakra is the throat, about reaching out, speaking your truth. I would be very matter of fact, very, upfront, honest, and speak from your heart, and because we get door to romance on the bottom of the deck with that, like, speak from your heart, like, be completely, like, vulnerable, like, but also, oh, do you have Izzy on a pedestal? Like, do you think, like, Izzy's like, if we put people on a pedestal and think, well, we can't move on without them, or we can't anything without them, when you put them on a pedestal, you give them an opportunity to manipulate you. And I feel like it's not that. I feel like this person's going through their own thing, like gaining their own strength and working on their own part of the journey. I feel like reach out, be vulnerable. Because, like, I feel like your heart's guarded, because that, she said we're going to stop. That was on the bottom of the deck, which is the door to romance, which is kind of, in a cage, blocked off. And I feel like you, oh, it's based on your value, because you get door to value and healer of the ages. Oh, good. Good. No pedestal. Like, because if you do that, that gives people an opportunity to, like, take advantage of you. But I feel like this is about you knowing your value. Um, and that healer of the ages tells me you're also a healer. I don't know if you do any kind of healing work, but know that that is something that's gonna be in your future, that I feel like will bring good financial stability to you. I feel like currently you're in this place of this all tied up. It's about you finding your balance. I feel like you have to know your worth. On the bottom of the deck, you get the goddess of the moon. I feel like you're the masculine energy physically, but I feel like you inside carry that feminine goddess energy. Like, you are that healer energy that just went over there. Because that healing energy is feminine energy. Like, and I feel like it's trying to come into you. Sometimes we have to have separation with somebody so we can step into our part of the journey. Do you do any kind of healing work? Like Reiki, energy work, any type of healing modality, or are you in the healthcare field? Like, what do you do? And you get the Ace of Wands, which is about brand new inspiration. And like, I tried to push a relationship. And honestly, when I was just like, I have. Okay, we're going to tell you. I am doing energy clearing work. I've been doing a lot of it recently. I offer where you can get a reading and a Reiki session for $88. At the end of the Reiki session, within 24 hours, I send you a full report of your energy. If you would like, you can book that my website. You can do that through the description. Based on the healing energy here in the door to value, maybe that will help heal your energy. Yeah. In the right time. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Cups. That is the ultimate thing. Sometimes we have to work on that energy. And I think the energy is about you gaining the understanding of your power and your place. I ultimately feel like you have healing abilities with this, like this healer card is like really projecting a lot of energy that I feel like you have that ability. If you haven't ever had any energy work before, think about it. I have a special, you can get a Reiki session, a Reiki and a reading, a Reiki and an intention bracelet and a reading, all on sale on the website. Current energy is the Five of Cups, which is that crying over spilled milk, the past. Notice there's 2 cups there still behind her, which is saying there's still hope there. The card crossing that is the Two of Wands. It's just about, red pill, blue pill. Do you take that job? Do you not take that job? Sometimes it's best to have a separation, and I feel like if the thing in Texas is a better opportunity, you should follow the breadcrumbs of the path towards you. Like, which one do you think ultimately is going to bring you, like, if you stay where you are and then it doesn't end up ultimately working out there, are you going to have regret for not taking this other opportunity that you could in Texas? And you get the Nine of Swords as the foundation, and I feel like you may be getting woken up at night, maybe having some, I feel like you're trying to get messages at night. I feel like you're ultimately going to be a healer. If you're not now, I feel like ultimately that is in your future. I feel like your guides are trying to reach you to, Nine of Swords is about getting communication in the middle of the night when the veil is the thinnest. And right now, even in the daytime, the veil is very thin. The immediate past is the Strength card, which is very similar to this. I've never noticed in this card about the chain around that, so I feel like there's definitely a bond and a chain to this person and this energy, and it's about you knowing your worth. As you know that worth, that person can reflect it back to you. Current headspace, Five of Wands. So we got the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands right there. And the Five of Wands is about that mental chaos, anxiety, indecision. The immediate future is the Ace of Cups, and that is, are you taking what is best for you? Like, if you are holding yourself back for somebody else, ultimately that's not serving you. Like, you have to fill up your own cup. It's not being selfish. What is the very best thing for you? And it's not, sometimes separation brings great things back together. The current environment is the Ten of Wands. You're carrying this heavy burden, and I feel like it is a heavy burden for you. And I feel like it's time to be open to something new. So I hear take the job in Texas. And trust, when things work out, it's in the right time, and we get the Hanged Man for the current environment, which is just like a waiting game. And like, how are you at waiting? I don't feel like you're probably the most patient person with like waiting and waiting. So trust that this is part of your path, and the outcome is the Ace of Cups. So you got 3 aces, or the Ace of Pentacles. The ace you're missing is the Ace of Swords, which is about clarity. You get the Eight of Wands, which is about communication. The Knight of Pentacles, of doing the work. There is the Ace. You got all 4 aces. Like, do you know how phenomenal that is? With the King of Pentacles, like, in your stability and healing this heart. As you, I feel like, gain the clarity of, I'm going to take the steps forward to be this place, I'm going to be in the best place for me, is going to serve you the best. I feel like taking the job right now will be the best thing for you. I feel like it's going to lead you towards this healing path. I know maybe you don't, I feel like you could be resistant to that healer, but I feel like it's definitely tied to your in a past life, and I feel like it's just something that hasn't come to you yet, but we're really good about activating things for people. Very strong on that healer energy for you. So if you're looking for some healing, check out my website. If not, be open even to taking like a Reiki course, and then you could do that energy work on yourself. Okay, we will. Well, we did your reading, Aisha, earlier. Just so you know, you can have to watch the video later. Hakeem, you get the Five of Pentacles, and when you feel like you're missing somebody, you can't bring them back, but the key is right there, like in the door. There is no like, it really isn't blocked, because you can manifest everything you want. Because then again, we get the Seven of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I feel like, and the King of Pentacles is like husband material. Like you have manifested this when you walk away from the position of in the divine timing, it's going to work out. And then you get the Four of Wands, which is the twin flame card for me. You know, I feel like this will work out in the right time. I just feel like I got a card for timing. We get the Temperance card, so divine timing about balance, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I feel like this isn't going to come back together till the path moves forward. I feel like that's saying a year. As you do this healing work of letting things go. Then we have the Empress and the Ten of Swords, which is about trusting you have manifested this, put the work in on it. Like when you get to the right vibration, the right person is going to come to you. And I feel like this person would be your twin, and they trigger abandonment. Do you know where your Chiron is? Chiron, it's the key symbol on your birth chart. It is the key to your inner child healing. When I started doing my Chiron work, it changed my whole life. And my guide says that it's the key symbol on your chart for a reason, because it is the key to like moving your thing forward. And I feel like she's triggering some abandonment for you, which triggers codependency a little bit. I just feel like if you move and you focus on something different, like focus on work and that, and like building a life there, and just a little less focus on the other person, that energy can change. I feel like that person is going through, like they got the angel of strength, which is telling me they're going through a lot to have that strength. They are at a crucial time in their spiritual journey, as you are. So if you haven't done like the healing work towards your Chiron, send me an email. I have it on my website. I give it away as my lead magnet. So send me an email, and I will send you the code so you can actually get it for free. Yeah, you have to just trust and, have faith that everything works out in truly divine timing. And if you have something in your energy blocking that you haven't worked on, sometimes like you can have energy work done and call awareness to, oh, you have this thing stuck here. You have a trauma from this time in your life that we have a trauma, and then it just repeats over and over again. But I feel for the next 5 months, you really need to focus on building your new life. Like what do you want to focus on? You get what you focus on. And like right now, you're focusing on Izzy not being there. So as you focus on Izzy not being there, Izzy can't be there because you're focused on that not happening. And as soon as you take your focus off of that and on something else, it gives this energy over here time to raise to a better vibration. And I feel like that's twin flame. And when you get to the place of the right vibration, that person matches you. You both have to, like, when Dave has some energy about something, I have to, like, we'll talk about it. And then, you know what? I go off by myself and I'm like, okay, where do I have this energy? Because if you're in a relationship with someone, you both have a part of that wound. Like, even if it's not with each other, like if Dave has a wound about like money, okay, where is my money wound with this? Dave has a belief about you have to work hard. Okay, where is my belief with that? Like, you have whatever that person is showing you, you need to look at that in yourself. It's the best advice we can give right now. Yes, sometimes you just got to wait for the right time. Unicorn and rainbows. Yeah, we'll get some cards for you for November. And I'll just say, Khaled, I am a twin flame and I attract that energy to my channel, which is about that person will trigger everything in you. So you have to heal it. Like, and that abandonment is a really strong one for a lot of people. Like, so unicorn and rainbows, you get the door to romance, the heartbroken card, or broken heart card. And in this card looks like it's always healing to me. It looks like it's mending. And then we get the 7th chakra archangel Uriel and the card of hostilities. So we're going to take those one for each week. So we feel like the first week, make sure you're being vulnerable. And then you get the storm warning card as the overall. So we feel like November could be a very tumultuous month for you. And we're going to do something different. We're going to pull a card for each one of those. So I don't like the last week, that hostilities. I want you to make sure you're really protecting your energy that last week, like of, and I'm going to tell you that's because in November on the 15th, we have a full moon in Taurus. The moon's in Taurus, the sun's in Scorpio. The moon is with Uranus, which is the tower, which is what's reminding me of this storm warning. Underneath that is the sun. So like happiness coming in right after that. So for the first card, it's a 33. We here to, that is a master number. And for the door to romance, we get the 9 of Pentacles, knowing your value, knowing your worth, not accepting anything less than what you're worth. Like, yeah, like I put myself in a little protective bubble. I clear my energy and then I call in Archangel Michael and I ask him to put me in a protective bubble. If I'm going to be in public, sometimes I put myself in a mirror bubble. So it's like anybody that tries to shoot anything at me, it just kind of bounces back to them. So, like before I came and did my thing today, I was running a little light because I was actually making a grid. The card I drew today was protection. So I made a grid for protecting my own energy today. So maybe do some grid work. I don't know. But I hear knowing your value is the thing that can open up that love to you that you're looking for. Open your heart, trust, be vulnerable, heal that wound that's in your heart. For the broken heart, you get the judgment card, and that's about releasing anything from the past that's holding you back. The full moon is a great time for releasing. As we said, it was the 15th. So on the full moon, I would write a list of anybody that you feel has caused you heartache or pain. I would write their name on a list, and I would say, you know what? Thank you for teaching me a lesson. I send you all off with love, and burn the dang paper. Send them off. As you do that, write another piece of paper. I want to bring in people in my life that love and value me the way I love and value myself. And then keep that piece of paper. Say your message. For the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel, we get the Justice card, which is you have a contract for this, I feel like to be the messenger, to share the messages, to be open in your crown chakra, I feel like be the messenger. That is part of your contract. And then the hostilities and we get the Seven of Cups. So in the last week of November, if there's anything that somebody's, hostile or not, is kind of coming at you, it's illusion, it's not real. Make a different choice. Come at them with a place of love. If somebody comes at you, in a negative place, say, I send you off with light and love. And some underlying energy, you get the Ten of Swords, so letting go of any negative thoughts. The Sun, the Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters, and the Queen of Wands, which is about stepping in, knowing your power. And the underlying energy is the Five of Wands, which is, sometimes it can be about being playful, and like if somebody's coming at you and you feel like they could be a little aggressive, change the energy around and make it a playful energy. Like it doesn't have to be like we're all we're all in this together. It doesn't have to be, anything, no conflict. It doesn't have to be a conflict. It can, bring a higher perspective to it. So that's what we got for you for the coming month of November, Unicorn or Rainbows. Thank you. Please do not spam my chat. You are very welcome. And with that, we are going to take a little break. We got to get ready. We have a booking that we have a session, so we have to go. So we hope everyone has a great day, and we will be back tomorrow to do some more live readings. Have a great day. Bye.